What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope y'all had a good day. It's gonna be a rough video. I don't know what's going on. Like, I woke up 1 o'clock in the morning last night, runny nose, just generally not feeling amazing, and still have a cough. We're gonna try to get through this though. I feel like my voice is kind of jacked. So, unfortunately, I didn't have time to look for any options for. Unfortunately, I didn't have any time to look for any option setups. But we're just gonna try to spy really quick and quickly enjoy this one. I mean, when your levels are good, they're just good, right? So this is our entry here. We were red for what? Actually, it's kind of hard to say. Let's go. .2 points, a .80. We were red, and then our exit basically nailed the bottom. We closed like a point early, I guess. And it's intentional. Like I tell you guys, when I give levels, like I don't want to close right where I expect it to bounce. Otherwise, we're going to lose, a little bit of our profits if it starts showing strength. So exit was just about perfect. We said a week to 2 weeks for this to play out, and we did it in 4 days, 4 trading days, and a weekend. Pretty amazing. I know Chef banked on it. Excuse me. Hopefully more of you caught this, like the whole move. Crazy bounce today. Absolutely nuts. I actually personally did not trade today, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. This is wild. I feel like right at the close, you could have swung puts. I haven't really looked at a chart. I haven't turned on my computer until right now. What's it called? Let me start erasing some of this while I try to talk. So my son got a new blicky today, so we had to go pick that up. So that's one of the things that took up time today. I also, since I woke up at 1 a.m., like I went back to bed, I think at like 6:30 Pacific time. So basically right when the market opened, I wanted to see the open, and I was very unimpressed with the move off the open. I was definitely expecting more volatility. This is crazy. And we closed with a spike with a really big candle going up to the August POC. Let's start charting up our levels. Actually, let's just start zoomed out. We got to do monthly because tomorrow is going to be April 1st, which is just insane. Sorry, 1 second. All right. And just to be clear, right now April is a VPOC. If I mark it as a VPOC, I'll forget to ever remove it. So, but you guys put it as a VPOC on your chart if it's important to you. Okay. From here, 30-minute. Turn on a session volume profile. My son's band today, it's kind of a bummer. They have a concert on Sunday. And basically, all of the kids individually have learned Toxicity by System of a Down. And today they practice it as a group for the first time. And it was sick. Like, I didn't record it because I wasn't expecting it to be sick because it was their first time playing it together. It was absolutely sick. And I'm so bummed I didn't record it because it was sick. Anyway, when they play that thing live, the crowd's gonna go nuts. It was absolutely nutty. All right, let's check out our TPO levels. Craziness, man. Today was a wild one, that's for sure. Excuse me, sorry. Dude, I can't get that level. There we go. Oh, and I guess I didn't mention this. Maybe I already told you guys, but my son got a Beretta G92. Thing's pretty nutty. I'm actually kind of jealous. Like, the slide on it is so buttery. And then I guess for people that think I'm insane, he has one of these. Ooh, that's heavy. We need to mount it still on his bed, but pretty sick. Ow. God, that's heavy. Oof. So we're all about safety over here. But if you come through and you're not welcome, we will be ready. Let's see. I would recommend you guys do combine your August POC, your previous day value area high, and your spike. But that would be my opinion. I've put them separate just in case you guys want the actual levels, but they're pretty close. We're within 7 cents of each other. So this is going to be a brick wall. We closed below the 2024 value area high, which is good. Oh, I hope you guys swung puts. Right now we're what? Yeah. All right, let's go look at our larger time frame. Is this dumping? What's happening? Here's our open. If you shorted the opening drive, you're doing well. Right now, you know, like if we're trying to go lower, they need to, well, I guess it's framing down, but they need to, like, you know, break below 625. All right, big picture. Crazy, man. Why do I have my entry there? Should be there. That's weird. All right, anyway. That's a crazy amount of, excuse me, green volume today. But the fact that we peaked above 2024 value area high and then rejected and closed below or closed right at it, I can't really tell. I guess maybe they closed above it. What's the close? 559.39. So they closed 4 cents above. Or sorry, 3 cents above. But then on extended hours, we lost it. As long as we're below the 2024 value area high, I'm still bearish. But this is a lot of volume. It's our biggest green day since Friday the 20th. There's this, excuse me, sorry. Friday the 20th of December. Largest volume since 10th of March. Other than that, nothing's really changed. You know what? Let's see. Sorry. Oh, wow. I should have turned on my clouds today. Well, actually, sorry, I didn't even trade, so that doesn't change anything. Daily bottom's closed. It's still closed. We sold a little bit below it, then came back inside. And that's where we went from. That's where we got our bounce. Pretty wild that it's closed. I wonder if it's going to open. Oh, yeah, we're probably going to open. It looks like it's getting ready to open up. I think the straight clouds, excuse me, look a lot better. Okay. Yeah, we bounced right in this closed cloud on the daily. Timothy, you want to run Netflix back? Hey, what's up, Nora? Yeah, just, we could all full port it next time. I want something. So again, we're below. Yeah. I want something. Excuse me, like this. I'm gonna try not to be biased. I just being very frank with you guys. I'm super bearish right now. Um, I feel like I was yesterday. It didn't play out today. I'm still feeling super bearish, and I probably just need to get rid of that. No option plays. AG. Sorry, I didn't have time to look. Um, I can try to look live, but whenever I do it, tends to lag YouTube. But I can try. And if we start lagging, then I'll stop because it's not worth it. Um, excuse me. I should show you guys something. Pre-market today. Me and Droppa were having a conversation. Excuse me. I think I must have been on 30 minutes. Yeah. No, I must have been on 5 minutes. Let me do this. Oh, wait. No, I guess it wasn't pre-market. It was during... Okay. I think I'm actually confusing myself. Well, I don't really remember. Um, I think it was here. So, and when I say this, like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I was right, you were wrong, because that's not the purpose of this. Droppa was bullish and I was bearish, and I said they need to clear 551, which they're not going to do here. And he was, and he asked me like what gave me that sentiment. And what it is here, if we look, we have price increasing, right? And as price is increasing, volume is decreasing. This is, sorry. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I can't think of the word. It's a bullish volume anomaly where price is pushing up on decreasing volume. Generally indicates that there's going to be a reversal. And so I was telling Droppa between, like this strong high here pre-market, the decreasing volume as we're pushing up to 551, I was like, it just looks like they're going to reject from there. If they get over it, there's a chance we go higher. And again, it's not about being right or wrong. So he ends up being right. From here, we grind it up. But initially we rejected from there for like a good, almost a point, just shy of, well, actually it's more than a point from the top to the bottom. But yeah, so this is basically just straight out of Anna Cooling's volume price analysis book, which you should read. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, sure. Anatole, come through. Especially if you know how to shoot a gun. The safe is getting pretty full. So we need more safes. Yeah. It's actually kind of wild if you saw my neighborhood. I have... So... my neighborhood is kind of shaped like this. And it's a gated community. I just realized this doesn't look too amazing, but yeah. So like, there's a gate here roughly for cars to come in and out, and it's, like you need like a remote to open the gate. And then there's another gate here. And then basically like this whole thing is lined with houses. This is lined with houses. And then there's like a street here. There's houses on this side. There's a cul-de-sac here. And then there's houses like this. And then there's another street that comes up here. And you've got houses here. And then houses over here. And then houses that go around. Something like this, whatever. My house is basically right here. And so I have a very good view of this gate from my house. And right here on this cul-de-sac, my buddy lives here. He's a retired police officer. And obviously he has a very good view of this gate here. And he's told me, he was like, I'm really glad, that you live in our community. And I'm really glad you have a good view of this gate. Because he's like, I have a really good view of this gate. And if something pops off, I cover this gate, you cover that gate, and nobody comes into our community. I'm like, got you. Sounds good. So, yeah, come through. Zombie apocalypse. Bring food, bring guns, bring ammo. Let's see. All right. Anybody have any questions on Spy? I am going to zoom in here to try to get a screenshot of this. Don't particularly love it. Something like that. And then, like I said, I'll try my best to look at options. No promises. If I start getting buffering on YouTube, I'm just going to end it. Yeah, we do need walkie-talkies. That's a good call. I can always just send my son running over there. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Let's see if we can run this. I'll be really stoked, like, if we can look at option setups together. I have a feeling, though, I'm going to start lagging. Actually, I want to go to my friend's house if there's an apocalypse. He works for LAPD SWAT, and he's got this massive, like, walk-in gun safe with, like, sniper rifles and full auto everything, and he also has tons of ammunition. Oh, why? That sucks. Mm. How much do I like this? Bear with me for a second here, guys. Let's pull this up here. Yeah. Not enough meat on the bone, unfortunately. You guys probably can't see this, but the 21982, I don't know if you guys saw where my mouse cursor was going. I'm like, we kind of need to lose this before we can be in puts. So, like, I don't know, right around here. When you get good at this stuff, you don't need crazy tools like I have. They're nice, like, to have them, just for like confluence, extra confirmation, whatever. Um, love booger sugar. Um, when I say stuff like this, I'm totally joking, guys. I'm like, you could test me right now. I won't test positive for anything at all. Um, and I certainly wouldn't touch that. I used to be, I don't talk about this a lot, but I'm also not ashamed to talk about it. I used to be a meth addict, and it was not a good time in my life. And I actually quit cold turkey, like when my first, or when my wife got pregnant with my first son. I just quit. But so yeah, we would need to lose this 21982, and I'm recognizing it. Like even without the tools that I have, my level's a little bit lower. But even still, losing 21982 is basically our 2024 value area high, which is the real level we need to lose. But then, even upon losing that, we basically can't ignore that this is an SR flip, right? And that's why, so my entry would be below that. This is resistance, 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 and then we turn to support at 218.89. So not only do we need to lose the 2024 value area high, but we need to lose the support resistance flip here, 218.89. And basically, they're going to give us like this. You guys can take it if you want. Puts on Apple below 218.89 down to about, I would say 217, 10-ish or 15 is probably better. So they are exiting into strength and not getting out on a bounce. Yeah, GTV. Basically, like I'm not ashamed of anything I did in my life. I'll be the first person to say I was like a stupid kid, stupid teenager, stupid young adult. Made a lot of dumb choices, did a lot of stupid things. Kind of lucky I never got locked up. Kind of lucky I never got killed. I used to do a lot of crazy, stupid crap. And when I say deal, like, I mean, today it's nothing, but like, when I was like 17, 18, like I used to have pounds of weed, which was just kind of unheard of, I guess, for like most people my age just weren't doing that, at least not where I grew up. And this is all allegedly, right? It's but like not proud of things that I've done, but I'm also not afraid to talk about it. Specifically, like if it can help other people, like if me saying, hey, I used to be a meth addict and I know it's not easy to quit. Like, it was actually, this is weird too. I used to smoke. It was harder for me to quit smoking than it was to quit doing meth. But both were not easy, and I did both. Like cold turkey. I just said, done, quit. Not a fun way to do it, but it does work. So this chart I just moved. When I see a setup, I'll pull it back up on the screen, but right now it's just easier. I'm looking for basically to show you guys what I'm looking at. Like, what's the best way to show this? Let's just look at Netflix because that'll work. So let's maximize this. I don't know why it's not showing the counts. Oh, there's 3. Okay. So these are Elliott waves. And we start here with like 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is generally always the smallest move. And then 2 to 3 is generally a good move, but it's generally pretty choppy, right? So I don't try to trade 2 to 3. 3 to 4 is a smaller move and generally pretty choppy. And then from there, oops. I don't know what I'm doing. From there, 4 to 5 is generally like the quickest move down. Excuse me. So on Elliott waves, my full send triggers on the 4 to 5 wave, and that's the basically where I'm looking to get in. Right now, I didn't share this with you guys, but I was basically targeting, like this level to get out of the trade. And they're probably going down to here with time. Like normally, Elliott waves from 4 to 5, 5 should make a new lower low. And then we'll start building another Elliott wave. So that's basically what we're looking at. And so these initial screens, I'm just looking for these full sends to basically be like, at the top of the bottom where we're currently trading. And then once we find those, I'll pull up the other chart with my, what's it called? With my clouds. And then I guess I should also show you guys this. When you have well, these weren't there. Where? So there was like full sends on all of these. Full send here, full send here, full send here, full send here. And so this is 1 hour chart. This is a 65-minute chart, 2 hour chart, 4 hour chart. And when you see like basically full sends on all those time frames, it's time to get excited. Like they're generally going to make a big move. So that's how I recognize basically that 83 point move or whatever it was. So like right here on AMD. Oh, excuse me. I need to sneeze, but I'm not going to. There was a full send down at like 115. But right now we're down like 101 on the 3-year 1 week. This is the daily. So they're probably going to want to go just below like 94. And then from there, this one should trigger up, which will send it over to 27. Our 3-year 1 week. But this will take a long time to play out. Sorry, guys. I'm trying not to cough in your ear. Easier said than done. This I don't like. So, like, we have full sends on the top saying price is going down. Full send on the bottom saying it's going up. On the top, down. On the bottom, up. On the top, down. Yeah, I'm good. You guys figure out what direction you're going to move, and I'll join in. While I have nothing to say right now, my son, when they practice toxicity, he was singing like the higher pitch, like disorder. And everybody was like, whoa. Because he was like, I don't know, he's finding how to use his fake vocal cords to scream. He was sounding really killer. And he was all red in the face, like just going off. It was pretty sick. I guess I should spin a positive message also into what I was saying. Like, no matter what you're going through, no matter what's going on in your life, Especially nowadays, like there's a lot of people with addiction issues with like prescription medications even. They're very easy to get addicted to, and the doctors just keep prescribing more and more, and then eventually you can't get enough to keep up with your addiction. Um, you all are strong enough to walk away from that stuff on your own. It might not feel like it in the moment. Um, and some of those things are dangerous to just quit cold turkey. So things like heroin or whatever, things like that. Make sure you're speaking with a doctor. Make sure you're tapering off using methadone or whatever it is. But you are strong enough to do it. I promise. Okay, so FDX, I'm not interested. We have full send downs, like on the 1 hour, 65 minute, 2 hour, 4 hour. It might play out, but I'll show you what I don't like. And this will show you guys, I'm like super picky when I'm looking at option setups for you guys. So basically, we're between like a 4 hour cloud and the weekly bottom. And there's really just not very much meat on the bone. The weekly bottom is at 242.72, and price right now is like 243.79 ish roughly. I would want to see, like basically a bigger space. And I think if we look at like this might make more sense to you guys. Sorry, what was I looking at? FSLR or something like that. FDX. For people that trade with like volume profile, this should make sense. Like this is not a spot where we want to be like getting into trades where they're chopping sideways. Like, yeah, there's a chance that they go from the top here to the bottom, but it's not worth risking a bounce at the POC to catch, just like a point or whatever it is, 2 points. Just not worth it. So we'll look for something better, hopefully. Little Bra, your uncle sounds like a cool dude. Excuse me. And also, to show you guys what I'm doing, I go through this ATR greater than 2 watch list. If anybody uses Thinkorswim and you want this watch list, just DM me, I'll send it to you. I already sent it to one person the last time I was showing it. I can't send any of the indicators, though. They're all private and they're not mine. These clouds, these took $100,000 to develop, and they're pretty deadly. I will say, if you want access to the clouds, like if you're a member of Shorty's Discord, he gives you these clouds here. And I think also the straight clouds there. And basically it's the same thing, just the straight clouds look a little bit cleaner. But the regular clouds, they move with with time. This actually could be nice if they lose this. They're coming here. It's still not very much. With a good chance they'll go to here. There's also a chance I don't find a setup. Just a heads up, everybody. Oops. All right. I'm really dumb. So March levels, not April. Somebody just pointed it out to me. And so we need to change these. Fairly soon, I'm going to need to go through and start erasing levels that aren't being respected anymore. The chart's getting pretty crowded. Okay. So far, we're not lagging, which is nice. At least not that I've seen. All right, this one could be decent. Let me pull this up. Excuse me. Spreads are decent. I don't do this often, but these are the contracts you'd want to look at. 213, 212. Oh, wait, no. They don't have enough open interest. 111. Ugh, I don't know that I love that. Yeah, I think I'm going to squash this just based on the open interest. Actually, it still might work out. Excuse me. All right, let's see. Close putas. So I would normally just squash this trade right here. I don't like this. They're probably going to bounce here. We can call it first trim. Normally I wouldn't mind, you know, like if it was a little bit bigger of a move, but we're looking at like 70 cents. But once we clear that, it should be decent. I don't know that this is worth taking. Let's say this. All right, so now you guys know, like, I don't have huge conviction in this just because this is so close to our entry. This is not bad. Little bit worried we might bounce in a couple of places. And normally I just wouldn't even share this, but I'm charting it live. If you guys like it, take it. I guess I'll throw it on my spreadsheet. Which is looking pretty nice. Okay. All right, next. Excuse me, sorry. Oh no, Netflix is done. Droppo looks like he's bullish again. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Spreads on Pan W sometimes suck. Yeah, no, never mind. I don't like this. But I'm just curious to look at the spreads. Yeah, it's like 20 points. 40, or sorry, 20 cents, 40 cents. Yeah, they're pretty ugly. All right. Don't like it anyway. I didn't bring it up on my screen, but the clouds are just like too grouped up right where it was to where I'm not interested. But you guys are seeing live. Like when I do this, I find like way more setups that I invalidate than I find that actually I'm willing to call out. This isn't terrible. QQQ. Let's look at the clouds. Samey, I don't love it. They want 470. Just a heads up. But based on the clouds, I don't like this enough to call it out. It might be pretty choppy. Excuse me. So basically, we can see like through here is pretty choppy, and that's where they're heading. So it could be choppy on the way up. It's just not worth it for a couple points. Excuse me. Hopefully you guys can tell I'm dying doing this for you guys. Absolutely dying. I don't understand what the hell is going on. Like, my son was sick for like 3 weeks, and he normally is like sick for a day or two, and then he's fine. And then my baby had a runny nose forever, and my wife was sick for a while. I don't think I like this. Shoot, why'd you go to the other screen? But then, like, I was not feeling great. Yeah, I don't like this. Sorry, guys. This is why we have the win rate we have. This looks nice, but they want higher. We're going to want to keep an eye on shop. We might be able to just figure it out. I would watch this. Where was I? Here? Watch this on shop for a short. It looks like they're gonna do. I mean, they'll probably do something like this. Okay.
Hey, Shorty.
Hello.
You sleeping?
What? Shorty.
You sound like you're sleeping. Yeah, he's on. It shows he's on here, but I don't know. Maybe he's not.
Oh, he's
Oh,
I
me?
didn't
watching.
know
I'm
if it
here.
was past. Oh, he is.
Are you doing a live, Shorty?
No, I came to learn from you today, man.
Yeah, right, bro. How are you doing?
Just getting over these allergies.
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm dying. Do you see the
It's not.
Netflix? Oh my gosh, bro. Look at this. This was my entry on a day trade right here.
The shop.
This is Netflix. Here, I'll zoom in more. So I was looking for puts here, and we tapped it, and then sold off, and then, sorry, first trim, second trim, third trim, closed day trade here, right? And this was so all in one day played out. But then I said if we swing it, they're going to be targeting this first and then this next, and they just hit this morning. To the T.
Well,
I learned all this from you, bro.
you learned pretty good though. That was a good trade.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Very good.
All right.
Did you look at AMD yet?
I did. We can pull it up really quick. Where am I?
Close almost 500%.
They're going lower right now, from what I saw. Let me see. Because there's like a... Or am I wrong? Okay. No, never mind. I'm wrong. I was thinking of something else. This... Yeah, so you have like the 1 year, 1 day full send down. What were you... Your target was what? Shorty?
Man, hold on, sorry, your YouTube's so delayed. I don't know what I was looking at. I'm looking at AMD right now. My target is 89.
Oh, okay.
86. Turn on the yearly PVP. Let's see.
$91, $75?
Oh, right around there, yeah.
Okay.
It's over.
They might bounce it at 93. Actually, they probably will bounce at 93.
They will.
And,
That's why I closed all the options today.
yeah, and then they'll go lower from there.
KHC looks good for long term. I just added some to it.
Which one? Oh, Craft.
Yeah, it looks fabulous.
Yeah. So
I got some
Shorty's
more today too.
I
added
was hoping I
shares.
get 29.65, but
Excuse me.
this is a long term hold for.
So yeah, Shorty just bought more shares of KHC. Where am I? Now I don't remember what I looked at. We just looked at shop snow. Okay.
Oh, snow, I forgot.
Are you guys buying AMD around 91?
I'm doing 89 order on it.
Looks like a good entry.
I don't normally do this live, but I didn't have time to look at option subs earlier.
If we can get 125 for snow, that would be a free gift.
Sorry, I'm going to sneeze again, everybody. Actually, let me blow my nose. Sorry. You're watching me on YouTube, Shorty?
I am, man.
You're in the voice chat? You should just watch me live in the voice chat without the delay.
Well, I don't see your face.
Oh, that's true. I am pretty cute, you know.
It makes you feel good. Sure you are, man.
I don't need to feel good. My wife is gorgeous. That's all that matters to me. I'm pretty enough for her. TSM. I love it when full sends on like 15 different time frames. Oh, this is really nice. You're gonna like this, Shorty.
Which one?
TSM? Let me get to
Oh,
the clouds. What the hell did I just do? I zoomed out so far. Okay.
I wouldn't buy it here.
No, puts. Look, full
Oh,
send down, 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 down,
I'm
down,
not-
down.
is it on daily as well?
It's on 30-minute, 30 or 30-day, 30-minute, 30-day, 1 hour, 30-day, 65-minute, 30-day, 2 hour, 30-day, 4 hour. And that's it.
Um, yeah, they'll have a little bounce here right now. Tiny one. They're gonna go back to what is this, 166-ish? 167-ish? That's where they fall.
Yeah, never mind. This doesn't look as good as it did on the full send. Okay.
MU looks pretty good actually. For a long. Very good for a long. MU was the first one to beat up.
I mean, it makes sense bouncing off of the daily bottom.
Yeah. Check the weeklies on it too. Pretty good.
Target 100.
Yeah, right around there. Like
Yeah.
it looks very good. They grabbed some Intel calls today.
Yeah, I saw that.
The next slide should be up to 33 on Intel.
I feel like ass. Um, I'm not going to take credit for this, but over 87, 87 on MU.
No, it's good.
And then trim 92.
Yeah. ES is in trouble here overnight.
Yep.
And they just gave a long on ES.
That's a good trim.
Gave a super nice long on ES. It's a pretty massive spike we got today. I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, it's huge. All right. Again, I'm not going to take credit for this, but if you guys want it, there it is. Next, where was I? Spy.
Good stuff, man. I'm gonna go to bed. I don't feel good either.
Yeah, man, I
Post
feel like
my thoughts in a short.
crap.
Yeah,
Are you going to be
post.
live tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be
Okay.
in the morning.
I'll try to be as well. Hopefully, I have a
All right.
voice.
I didn't have voice much today. It got better, but man, the pollen here is just so bad.
Yeah, if you had sent me more nose candy, like I probably wouldn't be feeling so crappy.
Hey, you're on YouTube. All right, you guys.
All right,
Hope you
man.
guys feel better.
See you later, Shorty. Thanks. Wow. Is this earnings? No, it's not. That's wild. Alrighty. Looks like that's going to do it, everybody. I've got a couple more. I'm not worried about when. All right. Let me just look through the chat really quick. KG, yeah, those are Elliott waves. Why not? Yes. Elliott waves with Henk and Ashy candles. Yes. Marcel, I don't really know like a good way to show you. Actually, you know what I'll do? Because saying a number of screens doesn't really do it justice. I'm just going to send this to the Discord so I can pull it up on my screen. This is... I have a 49-inch ultra-wide, 27-inch, 27-inch. Whoa, I just closed Discord. No, I didn't. Okay. MS Boy, you can just rewatch. We've already covered Spy, yeah. Yeah, care package, Triple G, that's right. Thanks, Scott Doug. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I don't... So, like, I'm not looking at ES or NQ like I just did for option setups. I just trade levels. I mean, guys, it's... None of this stuff is, like, anything crazy. You guys don't need to overthink it. Volume profile, Trader Dale. Go to page 25. I mean, read the whole book. But once you've read the whole book, strategy 1, start memorizing. Look for SR flips. And you want to find SR flips where, like, you lose a level with gusto. Okay? Is this an example here? Not really. Maybe it is on 5 minutes. Well, it's probably going to be harder to just find something. But like as an example, like right here, there's a pretty nice SR flip on ES, right? And here it was support, and then we broke through, with like umph. If they come back to here, you want to be short. And that's just kind of first setup that you want to look for. Basically, like this line, I don't even remember why I drew these, but this is going to be an SR flip right there. Let me turn this off. Where was I looking? Yeah, this. So here, support, 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 broken, resistance, broken. And now when we come back, you want to be in long or in calls. And they should go higher than this because this is a poor high right now. So hopefully that makes sense. Like, it's not super complicated. And when I say that, like, I'm not trying to insult anybody. Just, I think a lot of people overthink things. And so when I say, like, it's not hard, I want you to recognize, like, hey, maybe I'm overthinking this and I'm making it too difficult. And I'm not trying to insult your intelligence. Then this would be so this was for short or for puts. This is the inverse for long. Resistance, 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 broken, turn support, enter long. Open drive, which we would just talked about on ES, right? So I don't remember where the open was today. Here somewhere. Am I losing my mind? Okay, so here's our opening. Yeah, here's our opening candle. Right here for the overnight session. We sold off from there, came back to it. You enter short. And me personally, like normally I would be exiting probably somewhere right around here, because right here we have a strong low. They did still manage to break it and go lower, but generally you want to get out before you come to a strong low. So, you know, just right out of Trader Dale's book, if you took this, excuse me, sorry, with the price target I'm giving, it's a 16-point move. Here's the setup in the book. Sideways price action, big move either up or down. When you come back to that level, you would enter in the same direction that the big move came from. This is market open plus opening drive, where you have a big move down, retest, enter in the same direction. Sideways price action, big move, retest, enter. ABCD or Elliott waves. I just use this indicator for it. AB equals CD. And it's by Pattern Center. Other than that, I don't really like try to figure out the Elliott waves or ABCD moves. Next, it basically explains how to use all of that. This is just another, you know, start of US session. This is your open plus open drive, sell off from there, retest it, puts. You basically just want to read the entire book, like I said. But once you've read the entire book, go to page 25 and start memorizing all of this till about page 45. Okay? It's really, and again, when I say this, I'm not trying to insult anybody, but it's just really not complicated. Like, you know, this is directly from the book, and, you know, playing it safely, you're getting like a 16-point move. Like, yeah, just follow the setups from the book. It's all there, okay? Let me delete these. Excuse me. KG, just literally go directly to Trader Dale's website. I'll show you. or I'll even post the link. Trader-dale.com. I personally like to read physical copies of books. But so you go to Trader Dale's website. From here, sorry, where is it? I wouldn't start with order flow. I would recommend trading with volume profile for at least 2 months before you start using order flow. Otherwise, you're just going to confuse yourself. Focus on volume profile, and once you feel like you've mastered trading with just volume profile, then add in the VWAP and add in order flow. But you can click on free download. You literally type in your name, email address, and you can immediately download it, and it's not BS. He will like send you, promotional emails or whatever, advertising, but you can unsubscribe if you want to. Well, that's fine, AG. It's the same thing. You're going to want to start at the strategies number 1, and then, I don't know, memorize. You'll know when to stop, basically, when he's done talking about poor highs, poor lows, strong highs, strong lows. After that, you can stop memorizing. No worries, KG. Let me try to finish reading through the chat. All right, you're asking about Visa calls. Again, like I looked at everything. I didn't see a setup. So it's not something that I would say to take, but if you see something, take it. The time frame doesn't really matter, Almighty Beardman. I can change the clouds to whatever I want. Meaning that in the settings, oops. I don't know why it does that. In the settings, there's 4-hour, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. I can also... Wait, maybe it's the straight clouds? Yeah, I can make my own time frames. I like the 4-hour, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. Sorry, Henry. I'm just seeing your message. I would have looked at Siri, but I've closed my software. Don't want to reopen it. KG. I don't remember what I said on Apple. I didn't draw anything, so I don't know. Did I say that? Oh, sorry, I'm just reading through the chat really quick. Sorry, David Ryan. It wasn't April. It was March. Jack, I didn't see your question. When I get to it, I'll answer it. J Trades, yes, I use Quantower. That'll probably never change unless something way better comes out. Evangelos, I don't know what you mean by what I think of the Q coming. Do you mean the quarter? Almighty Beardman, there's a guy I trade with. His name's Burnside. He uses hotkeys. I'm good clicking a mouse. I don't feel like it slows me down that much. You guys are... Everybody's like, why are you charting April instead of March? Okay, I messed up. I'm sorry. Rathana, that's awesome. Start with like MES or MNQ. Oh, Triple D, that sucks. I'm just going to say hello to everybody. I'm reading all of your hellos and greetings and everything. I appreciate it. Yes, spikes can have mids. I mean, technically they do. But really, all that we're interested in is, right, like, this is the spike that you're talking about. If we open anywhere between, is slightly bullish. If we open above, it's very bullish. If we open below, it's bearish. So the midpoint doesn't really matter in the sense that it's anywhere between the top and the bottom is going to be slightly bullish. Alrighty. Looks like I've answered everybody's questions. AG, just commit to reading like 15 pages a day. For me, the volume profile book by Trader Dale, I went through it so fast. Anyway, it was just a really interesting book, and it was a really quick, easy read. But that's me. Everybody might be different. But yeah, just try to focus on reading at least 15 pages a day. So just to be clear, the only trade I'm really calling out, which I don't particularly love... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong... Sorry. So this is Shorty's MU. MS... puts below 115.55. Apple. Did I say something about Apple? Oh yeah, I was saying if we break below, I don't know, somewhere here. I don't remember where. You could consider puts. Yeah, like basically 218.95-ish, roughly. With that said, now I got to run and take my son back to his next band practice. 2 band practices on Monday. I have a DM. I'm just going to open it really quick and make sure it's not something I need to reply to live. Dude is killing it. It's awesome. I'm going to show you this. I normally ask people's permission, but whatever. This person, he reached out to me like right when he started trading, and I basically didn't tell him anything I don't tell you guys, but I was like, hey, 1 trade a day for 6 months, journal every trade, find your setups when the market's closed. So he sends, he might not be doing it anymore, but he'll send a screenshot, of every setup that he's looking at before he takes his trades. And again, just nothing that I haven't shared with you guys. But he's completed the 6 months of 1 trade a day. He's looked for setups when the market's closed. He's journaled every trade. As you guys can see, he's crushing it. Today, I forget where it was, here I think. He made the max he can make in 1 day, so he had to stop trading for the day. And then tonight, he made it another basically $1,500. Again, he's just doing exactly what I tell you guys. 1 trade a day for 6 months. Journal every trade. Why can't I think? 1 trade a day, 6 months. Journal every trade. Look for setups when the market's closed. 1 risk, 2 reward minimum on every trade. Preferably like 1 risk, 3 reward. But if you can at least get 2, you're good. And he's been doing it for over 6 months now. And now he can take as many trades in a day as he wants to. I don't think he's been going crazy, though. And he's killing it. And all he did is just followed the steps, nothing crazy. And for 6 months, he has only been trading off of volume profile and I think TPO. And he's just going to start learning footprints right now. Or order flow. Like the book that we saw on Trader Dale's website, the order flow book. He's just barely starting that now after his 6 months of doing only volume profile and TPO. When I say this, I'm not insulting him, but he's not anything special, right? You're all capable. The key is slowing down and being disciplined and patient and waiting for A++ setups and taking your trade. And if it works out, great. Lock in your profits. Go journal it. If it doesn't work out, shut down. Come back the next day without like the emotion of the loss and just trade based off of your levels again. Because what will happen, a lot of people, they'll take a trade, they do good. They'll take another trade, they do good. And they'll do that for like a week or two. And then as soon as they take a loss, they take another trade and they lose. And then they take another trade and they lose. And they take another trade and they lose. And then the next thing you know, all the money they made in the last 2 weeks and more, they lose in one day. And when I say they, I'm talking about you. So don't be that person. Get that discipline down. 1 trade a day, 6 months, journal every trade. All those things work. You just saw thank you, AG. You just saw a live example of somebody that listened to the same exact thing that I'm telling you guys right now. Okay? I got to run now. Again, second band practice for the kid today. As always, huge thanks to all the subscribers. Extra big thanks to the friends of the stream. Big thanks to all the people that chat and keep things entertaining and ask questions. And for anybody that's new, basically 5 days a week, we chart spy, look for setups, try to find option trades, and basically just do analysis on the market. And also throw a little bit of education in there as we're doing it. Generally when people are asking questions. And then generally like once or twice a month, we'll do classes where we actually teach trading, teach people what we look at, how we trade. And if that's not convincing enough, I'm here like on my deathbed sick, doing this for pennies an hour. So really just trying to help people get better and build up all the good karma I can get for all the bad things that I did when I was younger. With that said, much love, much respect to everybody. I hope you all have a good rest of your evening. I hope you guys kill it tomorrow. I will do my best to be live and chit chat in Keenan's and share what I'm seeing. For people in Shorty's Discord, me and Shorty, it sounds like, are both going to be live tomorrow. And hopefully we just tear it up like always. Much love, much respect. Peace out, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.